Hello, fifth graders. This is lesson 8.3. The title of lesson 8.3 is Connect Fractions to Division. And we're going to answer the question, well, how does a fraction represent division? So taking a look here, when I have 3/4, as we can see here, I can represent that as a division problem simply by taking my numerator, 3, and dividing it by my denominator, 4. So we can see here that 3/4 is equal to 3 divided by 4. So let's take a look here at how we got to this problem. All right, let's take a look at our first problem here. There are 3 students in a crafts class and 2 sheets of construction paper for them to share equally. What part of the construction paper will each student get? As you can see, I've already underlined and circled our numbers here. So we have 3 students with a total of 2 sheets of construction paper. So here we have our equation, 2 divided by 3. What we can do to get a good visual representation of what that is we can draw a picture. So I'm going to draw 2 total sheets to represent the 2 pieces of construction paper. And then I'm going to divide each paper into 3 equal pieces. That's to represent the 3 students in the class. So we can see we have our 2 pieces of construction paper. We divided it into 3 equal pieces to represent the 3 students. Now, if you take a look at one piece of construction paper, we can just see what each student's share is of one piece of construction paper. Because we have 3 students and we divided it into 3 equal parts, out of one paper, each student will get 1/3 of that paper. Now looking here, we see that out of one piece of construction paper, each student will get 1/3. Now we have a total of 2 pieces of construction paper. So we can use the 2 holes of construction paper times the 1/3 that each student will get per piece of paper. And that equals 2/3. So looking at our division our division equation here, my goodness, I cannot speak right now. We have 2 divided by 3, and we got our answer of 2/3. So we can see here that when we divide our numbers, we can represent them in that fraction. So 2 divided by 3 equals 2/3, which is what we did down here, that 2 whole pieces of construction paper times the 1/3 that each student got, and we got to 2/3. Why don't we check our answer? So using our answer, that quotient of 2/3, that's our quotient, times 3, the divisor, or the 3 students, we can check our work, and that does equal 2 as our dividend, as your dividend would be 2 divided by 3 equals the quotient of 2/3. Let's take a look at another example problem here. All right, 4 friends share 6 sheets of poster boards equally. How many sheets of poster board does each friend get? So we know we have 4 friends that are going to share these, and they have 6 sheets of paper. So our equation is 6 divided by 4. Again, I can take a look at these numbers and create a diagram or a drawing to represent that equation. Let's do that. Since I have 6 sheets of paper, I'm going to draw 6 sheets. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now, since we have the 4 friends, I am going to divide each sheet into fourths to show the piece of that poster board or sheet that each student will get. Since there's 4 friends, we're dividing each sheet of construction paper or poster board, yes, poster board, into 4 equal pieces. So, all right, now that we are done with our diagram here, let's take a look at, if we look at one piece of construction paper, we can see that each of the 4 friends will get 1/4 of each piece of paper. And we can use multiplication, taking the total 6, and multiplying it by 1/4, which equals 6/4, which I can even, since it's an improper fraction, I can change it back into a mixed number. 4 goes into 6 one time, leaving me with 2/4, which then equals 1 1/2. So let's see how that is shown. We have 6 divided by 4 equals 6/4, which equals 1 1/2. So again, seeing as I have my division here, this becomes my numerator, this becomes my denominator, and sometimes I can change that improper fraction to a mixed number. Now again, we can check our work to make sure we are correct. So we have 6 divided by 4 equals 6/4, which equals 1 1/2. We can do our 6/4, which is our quotient, times it here by our 4, which is the divisor, and we do get 6, which is the dividend. So our work is correct. So we can represent division problems as fractions by taking the dividend, making it the numerator, and taking the divisor to make it that denominator, and using diagrams or multiplication to help us solve those different equations. We can even do it with larger numbers. Let's take a look here. I can do 125 divided by 8, and I can do that in long division. So here I just solved our division. 125 divided by 8 equals 15 5/8. So I can divide that way, or I can represent this as a fraction. 125 divided by 8, or 125/8, and then I change it into its simplest form, which would then be 15 5/8. Again, showing that our division equations can also be represented by fractions. So let's get us on to our practice problems here. For your practice problems, all right, for the practice problems here, show your answers as fractions, and if you need to make it into a mixed number, please do that. You need to answer 6 divided by 10, 7 divided by 4, and 5 divided by 8. As always, have a great day, and we will see you guys tomorrow.